99% of seniors are being fooled right now. There are more than 65 types of yogurt on the market, and only 4 of them are actually good for your body. The rest, they're slowly poisoning your gut while pretending to be healthy. This is a trillion-dollar industry. Do you really think they care about your gut, or about selling you something that tastes good and lasts longer on a shelf? I've seen this for decades. Seniors eating yogurt every single morning, thinking they're protecting their bones, helping digestion, doing everything right. And then they show up with constant bloating, weak immunity, unexplained fatigue. Something doesn't add up. Here's what no one tells you. After 65, your gut becomes more fragile. The balance of bacteria shifts, and the wrong yogurt doesn't just not help, it feeds the bad bacteria. Right now, there are yogurts packed with sugar, artificial fillers, and dead probiotics that do nothing inside your body. Nothing. You're not feeding your gut. You're irritating it daily. And this is where it gets ugly, because the labels lie. Low fat. Healthy. Fruit, it looks clean. It feels safe. But inside your body, it's doing the exact opposite of what you think. In this video, we will reveal 4 of the worst yogurts you should never touch, and 4 you must eat daily if you actually want to protect your gut and your strength. Ranked from least to most important. And the number 1 yogurt is something almost no one buys, yet it can completely change how your gut works. You'll find the references in the description if you want to look deeper. But before we dive in, here's a quick question. Where are you watching from? I read and reply to every single comment, so tell me honestly. Now, let's begin with the worst yogurt number 4, and this one alone could be damaging your gut every single day without you realizing it. Number 4. Fat-free flavored yogurt. This is the one that fools almost everybody, and it has been fooling seniors for decades now. Fat-free flavored yogurt sits on the shelf with bright packaging that screams healthy, and most people over 65 grab it without a second thought. But here is what is actually happening inside that little cup. When manufacturers remove the fat from yogurt, they have a massive problem. It tastes terrible. Fat is what gives yogurt its creamy, satisfying texture and rich flavor. So to fix that, they dump in sugar. We are talking anywhere from 15 to 28 grams of added sugar per single serving. To put that in perspective, that is nearly as much sugar as a full-size Snickers bar. A 2022 study published in the journal Nutrients analyzed over 900 commercial yogurt products and found that fat-free flavored varieties contained on average 72% more sugar than their full-fat counterparts. Now, here is why this matters so much after age 65. Your body's ability to regulate blood sugar declines significantly as you age. Your cells become more insulin-resistant, meaning that sugar hits your bloodstream harder and stays there longer. Research from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society showed that seniors consuming high-sugar dairy products had a 31% higher rate of developing metabolic syndrome compared to those who avoided them. Metabolic syndrome is that dangerous combination of high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and excess belly fat that dramatically increases your risk of heart disease and stroke. The fat they removed was actually beneficial. Dairy fat contains conjugated linoleic acid, which research has shown helps reduce body fat and improve insulin sensitivity. So you are literally losing something protective and gaining something harmful. If you have been buying fat-free flavored yogurt thinking it is the smart choice, the science says the complete opposite. It is one of the worst daily habits you can have after 65. Now, the next yogurt on this list is something you will find in almost every grocery store, and it is even more deceptive. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 3. Yogurt drinks with added probiotics. These are the small bottles and drinkable yogurts that line entire refrigerator sections with labels promising digestive health, immune support, and billions of live probiotics. Brands spend millions convincing seniors that drinking one of these every morning will transform their gut health and keep them strong. But the science reveals a very uncomfortable truth. A 2023 study from the University of Copenhagen, published in Nature Microbiology, tested 12 of the most popular probiotic yogurt drinks and found that in 8 of them, the probiotic strains did not survive stomach acid in sufficient quantities to colonize the gut at all. That means the main selling point is essentially worthless for most of these products, but the damage they do cause is very real. These drinks contain anywhere from 15 to 25 grams of added sugar per tiny bottle. Because they are liquid, that sugar absorbs into your bloodstream even faster than sugar from solid yogurt. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that liquid sugar consumption raised triglyceride levels in adults over 60 by 18% within 4 weeks. Elevated triglycerides are one of the strongest predictors of heart attack and stroke in older populations. A separate study in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that seniors who consumed sweetened probiotic drinks daily for 6 months showed no measurable improvement in gut microbiome diversity compared to a control group, but did show significant increases in fasting blood glucose levels. So you are paying premium prices for a product that delivers virtually none of the promised probiotic benefits, while simultaneously driving up your blood sugar and your heart disease risk. The marketing is brilliant, but the science does not support it at all for anyone over 65. The next worst yogurt is one that many people consider a healthy breakfast staple, and the problem starts before you even open the container. Number 2. Fruit on the bottom yogurt. This one breaks my heart a little because it seems so wholesome and natural. You see real fruit sitting right there at the bottom of the cup, and you think you are getting dairy and fruit in one convenient, healthy package. But that fruit is not what you think it is. The fruit on the bottom of these yogurts is almost always cooked in heavy sugar syrup. It has been processed, heated, and stripped of most of its original fiber and vitamin content. A 2021 analysis published in Food Chemistry found that fruit preparations used in commercial yogurts retained only 12 to 25% of the original vitamin C content and virtually none of the natural fiber. Fiber is crucial because it slows down sugar absorption in your gut. Without it, that fruit syrup hits your bloodstream almost as fast as pure table sugar. A single serving of fruit on the bottom yogurt can contain 22 to 30 grams of total sugar. Researchers at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that seniors who consumed high-sugar dairy with low fiber had a 24% greater risk of developing cardiovascular complications over a 5-year period compared to those who ate whole fruit separately alongside plain yogurt. There is another hidden danger here that most people never consider. When you stir that fruit up from the bottom, the distribution is uneven. You end up eating mostly sweetened syrup in the first few bites, causing a rapid glucose spike. For seniors managing blood sugar, this spike and crash pattern leads to fatigue, brain fog, and increased hunger within 2 hours. A study in diabetes care found that post-meal glucose spikes in adults over 65 were 40% higher when consuming processed fruit preparations compared to equivalent amounts of fresh whole fruit. The fix is simple. Buy plain yogurt and add your own fresh berries. You keep the fiber, the vitamins, and the antioxidants without the sugar bomb hiding at the bottom of the cup. Now, the number 1 worst yogurt might genuinely surprise you because it is one of the most popular options in the entire dairy aisle. Number 1. Low-fat flavored Greek yogurt. Yes, you heard that right. Not all Greek yogurt is good for you, and the low-fat flavored versions that dominate store shelves are arguably the most dangerous yogurt for seniors because people eat them every single day believing they are making the healthiest possible choice. Greek yogurt earned its incredible reputation because of the traditional full-fat plain version, which is genuinely excellent. But the food industry saw that reputation and exploited it ruthlessly. Low-fat flavored Greek yogurt goes through the same destructive process as other fat-free products. They strip out the beneficial dairy fat and then compensate with sugar, artificial flavors, and thickeners like modified cornstarch to fake the creamy texture. A 2022 analysis published in the Journal of Food Science found that leading low-fat flavored Greek yogurt brands contain between 16 and 24 grams of added sugar per serving, which is almost identical to many candy bars. But here is what makes this one uniquely dangerous for seniors. Because it carries the Greek yogurt label, people eat it with complete confidence and zero guilt. They eat it daily, sometimes twice daily, accumulating massive amounts of hidden sugar week after week. A 2023 longitudinal study in diabetes care followed 4,200 adults over 60 and found that those who consumed flavored low-fat yogurt daily had a 26% higher incidence of insulin resistance compared to those eating plain full-fat versions. The modified starches and thickeners added to mimic creaminess also cause digestive issues. Research in the journal Gut Microbes found that these additives disrupted the gut mucosal barrier in older adults, increasing intestinal permeability by 21% over 3 months. The Greek yogurt label gives people false confidence, and that false confidence is what makes this the most dangerous yogurt on this entire list for anyone over 65. So now you know which yogurts are quietly working against you. But the story does not end there. Because the right yogurts, chosen carefully and eaten consistently, can genuinely protect your bones, calm inflammation, strengthen your gut, and even sharpen your mind after 65. Let us go through the 4 best ones you should be eating every single day. Number 4. Full-fat plain goat milk yogurt. Goat milk yogurt is one of the most underrated and overlooked health foods for seniors, and the science behind it is incredibly compelling. The protein structure in goat milk is fundamentally different from cow milk. Goat milk contains predominantly a 2-beta-casein protein, while most conventional cow milk yogurt contains a 1-beta-casein. A 2021 study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that a 2 protein was digested 34% more efficiently in adults over 60 compared to a 1 protein, producing significantly less gastrointestinal inflammation and bloating. This is why many seniors who think they are lactose intolerant actually tolerate goat milk yogurt perfectly well. The fat globules in goat milk are also naturally smaller, roughly 1/5 the size of cow milk fat globules. Research in the Journal of Dairy Science confirmed that these smaller globules are broken down and absorbed more readily in the aging digestive system, meaning you actually extract more nutrients from every spoonful. A study from the University of Granada, published in the journal Pharmacological Research, found that regular goat milk consumption increased the absorption of iron by 26% and calcium by 18% compared to cow milk in older adults. For seniors battling anemia or osteoporosis, those numbers are genuinely significant. Goat milk yogurt also contains higher concentrations of medium-chain fatty acids, which your body converts into energy more quickly rather than storing as fat. The best way to eat it is plain and full fat. 1 cup in the morning. Add a handful of raw walnuts and a few fresh raspberries. The walnuts provide omega-3 fatty acids that work synergistically with the anti-inflammatory compounds already present in goat milk. Within 3 weeks of daily consumption, many seniors report noticeably less bloating and more consistent energy throughout the entire day. This next yogurt takes the benefits even further and delivers something your aging body desperately craves more of. Number 3. Traditional Bulgarian yogurt. Bulgarian yogurt has been consumed in Eastern Europe for centuries, and modern science is finally explaining why Bulgarian populations have historically shown exceptional longevity and digestive health well into old age. What makes Bulgarian yogurt unique is a specific bacterial strain called Lactobacillus bulgaricus, which is found nowhere else in nature at the same concentration. A 2022 study published in Frontiers in Microbiology found that this strain produces significantly higher amounts of lactic acid during fermentation compared to standard yogurt cultures, and that lactic acid directly strengthens the intestinal barrier in older adults. The same study showed that seniors consuming Bulgarian yogurt daily for 10 weeks experienced a 31% reduction in harmful gut bacteria populations, particularly species linked to chronic inflammation and cognitive decline. Another remarkable finding came from research published in the journal Beneficial Microbes, which demonstrated that Lactobacillus bulgaricus increased the production of short-chain fatty acids in the colon by 28%. These short-chain fatty acids are essential fuel for the cells lining your intestines, and they play a critical role in preventing colorectal issues that become increasingly common after 65. Bulgarian yogurt also has a naturally thick, creamy texture without any added thickeners or modified starches, because the fermentation process itself creates that consistency. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Science found that the bioavailable calcium in traditionally fermented Bulgarian yogurt was absorbed 22% more efficiently than calcium from standard commercial yogurt in adults over 60. You can find authentic Bulgarian yogurt at many specialty grocery stores, and some mainstream stores now carry it as well. Look for brands that specifically list Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus as the only cultures. Eat 1 cup daily, plain and unsweetened. Stir in a tablespoon of ground flaxseed and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil for additional anti-inflammatory benefits that amplify the gut healing effects considerably. The next best yogurt on this list is one you probably already know about, but most people are eating the wrong version entirely. Number 2. Full-fat plain Greek yogurt. Now, before you get confused, remember that the worst list included low-fat flavored Greek yogurt. This is the opposite end of the spectrum. Full-fat plain Greek yogurt with no added sugar, no flavoring, and no thickeners is one of the most powerful foods any senior can eat daily. The straining process that defines Greek yogurt removes the liquid whey, concentrating the protein to roughly 15 to 20 grams per serving compared to about 8 grams in regular yogurt. A 2021 clinical trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors consuming 20 grams of dairy protein at breakfast maintained 19% more lean muscle mass over a 12-month period compared to those eating lower protein breakfasts. After age 65, you lose muscle at an accelerating rate through sarcopenia, and that muscle loss is directly linked to falls, fractures, loss of independence, and earlier mortality. Protein is your single most important weapon against that decline. Full-fat plain Greek yogurt also delivers conjugated linoleic acid in meaningful amounts. A meta-analysis in the journal Lipids found that CLA reduced body fat percentage by an average of 3.2% over 12 weeks, while preserving lean tissue in older populations. The full fat content also dramatically improves your absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, including D and K2, both of which are essential for bone density and cardiovascular health after 65. A study in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that seniors consuming full-fat fermented dairy had 4.6% greater bone mineral density at the hip than those consuming low-fat dairy products. The best approach is to eat 1 cup of full-fat plain Greek yogurt every morning. Pair it with a small handful of almonds and fresh blueberries. The almonds add vitamin E and magnesium, while blueberries provide anthocyanins, which a 2023 study in the Journals of Gerontology found improved memory recall in adults over 65 by 16% over 6 months. This simple combination is a nutritional powerhouse that protects your muscles, your bones, and your brain simultaneously. And finally, the number 1 best yogurt for anyone over 65 is something that clinical research has shown to be remarkably powerful, and it deserves your complete attention. Number 1. Homemade 24-hour fermented yogurt. This is the yogurt that every single person over 65 should be eating daily, and the clinical evidence supporting it is nothing short of extraordinary. Homemade yogurt fermented for a full 24 hours is a completely different product from anything you can buy at any store, and the science proves it conclusively. Commercial yogurt is typically fermented for only 4 to 6 hours, which is enough to thicken the milk and add some tanginess, but leaves an enormous amount of beneficial potential untapped. When you extend fermentation to 24 hours, the bacterial count multiplies dramatically. A 2021 study published in Frontiers in Microbiology found that yogurt fermented for 24 hours contained up to 700% more viable probiotic organisms than commercially produced yogurt. For a senior immune system that is naturally declining through immunosenescence, this massive increase in beneficial bacteria is genuinely transformative. A 2023 clinical trial published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association found that seniors who consumed high-count probiotic fermented dairy daily for 12 weeks experienced a 42% reduction in C-reactive protein, the primary blood marker for systemic inflammation. That same study found participants maintained significantly more lean muscle mass and reported less joint pain compared to a control group. Research from the journal Immunity and Aging showed that seniors consuming high-count probiotic foods daily experienced a 38% increase in natural killer cell activity, which are the immune cells that destroy infected and cancerous cells. Extended fermentation also breaks down virtually all lactose. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that 24-hour fermented yogurt contained 95% less lactose than standard yogurt. Making it at home is remarkably simple. Heat 1 liter of whole milk to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Cool it to 110 degrees. Stir in 2 tablespoons of plain yogurt with live cultures as your starter. Then keep it at that temperature for 24 hours using a yogurt maker or even an oven with just the light on. Eat half a cup daily with chia seeds and a few walnuts for amplified anti-inflammatory benefits. So there you have it. 4 yogurts that are silently damaging your health and 4 that science has proven can protect your bones, fight inflammation, strengthen your gut, and preserve your muscle as you age. The information is now in your hands, and every single morning you get to make a choice about what goes into that bowl. Make it count. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video that could change your health for the better. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.